Okay, it's Chris Roberts for Fight Up TV. I'm joined by Eddie Hearn. How's things, mate?
All good, mate. All good. Good press conference and just wrapping up now and then ready for the weigh-in tomorrow.
How does this compare in terms of, obviously you're involved in some massive fights in the UK and America now as well, but in terms of, your experience, where does this rank?
This is the biggest fight I've ever promoted and the best fight I've ever promoted as well, because, ultimately you got the creme de la creme. It doesn't get any bigger than this. This is everything to a fighter, and as a fan, you've got those 4 belts up there, you've got the Ring Magazine belt as well, and you've got the ability to be the king of the division. So I think great times, and Bellew's a massive underdog, but we'll see if he can be successful.
How does he win tactically in this fight?
I think he only wins by stoppage. I don't think he's going to outbox Usyk. I don't think he's going to win a whole host of rounds, but I do believe he can hurt him. He's got to let his hands go at every opportunity. He's got to be careful as well. I mean, people saying that Usyk's not the biggest puncher in the world. He can definitely punch. But it's going to be interesting to see if Usyk can handle his, not just his ability, Tony's ability, because he's underrated, but his power, his heart, his roughness as well, his cleverness and his ring IQ. But Usyk is a genius, he is a genius, but we're going to see a lot of other parts of his game on Saturday as well.
Is there more pressure on Saturday night for Tony or Goodison Park?
He says nothing will ever surpass Goodison Park. He's not expected really to win. He was the underdog going into Goodison Park, but he's a big underdog here. But the pressure he was under at Goodison Park, I don't think will ever be replicated. So he can go and enjoy himself, concentrate, and see if he can shock the world.
I mean, obviously, Eddie, you're very close to him, but looking from the outside, and he looks in a really good place mentally, very relaxed, probably very different from what we've seen on any of his fights previously. You normally see sort of a bit of a high-tempered, Tony Bellew would say seems very relaxed. Maybe if Usyk, the language barrier weren't there, maybe you would see a bit more of that. But where do you see him kind of mentally going into this fight?
I think he's in the best place mentally he's ever been in his career. It's not going to be easy. But ultimately, I think he knows exactly what to expect. He knows that Usyk's brilliant. He knows he's going to be at his very best. He knows how dangerous the fight is. But he's a seasoned pro. He understands the game. So there'll be no surprises. He'll either be good enough and hit hard enough, or he won't be.
Just moving on, I know you mentioned pre-press conference about Callum Smith. Obviously, it's a tremendous fight on the cards, potentially at Anfield. We mentioned Golovkin. I mean, how close is that to actually happening?
No, I've mentioned it to Tom Loeffler. It's a fight that we take instantly. It's a fight that I think the money is there for as well. But it all depends on Golovkin, what his mindset is. With the Canelo fight as well. But if he would have a chance to move up to super middle and fight for the world title there and the Ring Magazine belt at super middleweight. So we'll see. It's only we're floating ideas around at the moment, but that's a fight I'd love to make for Anfield.
And a quick one on the World Boxing Super Series last week. Obviously, Ryan Burnett.
Yeah, disappointing. Shaping up to be a good fight. Looks like a bad injury. He's certainly going to be out for a good few months, but he'll be back hopefully, and hopefully to retain his belt either at bantamweight or challenge at super bantamweight for a title.
I know Josh Taylor obviously isn't under your promotional banner, but just want to get your opinion on his performance.
Good fighter, yeah. Look, Brian Martin was deeply disappointing. I think everybody knows that. But listen, probably a lot of that reason was how good Josh Taylor was. Yeah. So I don't think he's really getting the credit he deserves right now. He hasn't got the profile he should have. No one really knows him, from a casual sense, and he's doing the business. And I believe he'll go on and become world champion.
And then just a quick one on Floyd Mayweather. I'm not too sure what's been going on there. I've read a few bits in social media today. But obviously, he's had some fight tied up in Indonesia. He's come back. It's off.
Japan. It all seems like a bit of a farce. But listen, let him do his stuff, and you can't knock him because he's come from nothing and made himself fortunes, and he's one of the best fighters ever to live. So let him do his thing, and we'll get on with ours.
Yeah, good man. Right. Thanks for talking to Fight Up TV.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, Eddie.
Cheers, mate. All right, Eddie. Sorry, too long.